Hey yo, E-King Fight News. Y'all know what it is. Dillian Whyte trolls Deontay Wilder. And, you know, let's just get right into what he had to say. Dillian Whyte trolling the man. Talking about he crying, karma's a bitch. More on this. E-King Fight News. Alright, so now, of all people taking shots at Deontay Wilder, Dillian, the duck snatcher Dillian Whyte, the man who wanted no parts of Luis Ortiz, the man who clearly ducked Kubrat Pulev for the IBF mandatory, ends up fighting Joseph Parker, coming off a loss. And we're going to see what happens. You know what, E-King Fight News? I predict Joseph Parker beats Dillian Whyte. Ain't nothing personal, ain't nothing like that. I think Joseph Parker's a better boxer. If Dillian Whyte beats Joseph Parker, I'll give him full credit. But let's get it. This is what Dillian Whyte had to say pertaining to Deontay Wilder. And the headline was like, Dillian Whyte smiles. Deontay Wilder cries over Anthony Joshua, failed negotiation. E-King Fight News. Hold on a second. Alright, I told you guys what the headline was. Whyte smiles, karma hit Wilder, now he's crying over Joshua. That's right, Dillian Whyte taking shots. And let's see, just see what he had to say, man. Let's get to the meat and gravy out here. You know what goes around comes around, said Whyte. Told Sky Sports, I ain't got no sympathy for him. No chance. He messed me about and wasted my time. He messed me about and wasted my time. Paid thousands and thousands of sanctioning fees. I've had all the fights, all the ranking fights. I won all the belts that I could win off the WBC, except the real one, right? Except that belt. Alright, hold on a second. Right, he won all them fake-ass WBC titles, them silver titles. He won every single one that I was eligible for. I've defended them. I was number one, but none of that was relevant. Basically, Deontay Wilder just kept on avoiding me, and now he thought he had the fight, and then Joshua went the other way. Now he's crying. He's going to be so disheartened. He may lose his next fight. That's what Dillian Whyte had to say. Wilder may lose his next fight. And I mean, who really sounds the cryberry? Sorry, cryberry. Who really sounds like the crybaby? Who really sounds like the man that's bitter? It sounds like Dillian Whyte has got a little bit of jealousy pent up in him. It sounds like Dillian Whyte has that bitterness pent up in him over his lack of opportunities when it comes to fighting, let's say, a Luis Ortiz, as that was his path to fighting Deontay Wilder. The WBC said, hey, if you go through Luis Ortiz, we'll give you that final eliminator shot, and then you can fight Deontay. But guess what happened? Guess what happened, guys? Dillian Whyte said, hold on a second. I don't want to fight that old man. That's what he had to say. I mean, it sounds to me like Dillian Whyte is the one that has a real problem with Deontay Wilder. You know, as WBC champion, someone that's been around for longer, getting more knockouts, more acclaim. And, you know, it's only now that Dillian Whyte is starting to find a little bit of promotion, a little bit of hype behind him. You know, he was a step up. He was the first step up fight for Anthony Joshua. He was really one of the first guys fed to Anthony Joshua to really build him up as the hype train, you know, as the British hype train, right? Is Dillian Whyte. So, Dillian Whyte, as we know, avoided a Luis Ortiz, avoided the man that gave Deontay Wilder his toughest fight, avoided Kubrat Pulev in Bulgaria. He could have taken a good chunk of change, something like $350K, to try and be a mandatory. He ducked that. That's why I call him the duck snatcher from now on. Y'all know what it is. But hey, Dillian Whyte talking about karma's a bitch. Hey, who's the most talked about heavyweight right now in present day? Is it Anthony Joshua or is it Deontay Wilder? And I ain't even talking about, like, I'm just talking about in general. Who is the most talked about heavyweight today? You guys tell me, because when I saw Anthony Joshua square off against Joseph Parker, I saw all these UK cats talking more about Deontay Wilder than anything else. I saw Eddie Hearn with Deontay Wilder's name in his mouth more than anyone else. So you guys tell me. You're gonna have to tell me this one, because it's plain as day. It's plain as day, man. And for Dillian Whyte to come out talking about, oh, now karma has set in. Karma has set in. Wilder is now crying. Yeah, I'm gonna fight Joseph Parker in the O2 for pennies, right? And E-King Fight News, man. We're not done. We're not done. I mean, the worst part about this is Dillian Whyte knows the deal. He knows that Eddie Hearn's trying to set him up to either lose to Deontay Wilder and build up Deontay Wilder, or to lose, or to pull off the upset and beat Deontay Wilder, right? That's what Eddie Hearn wants to do. He wants to put a little roadblock in between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. He wants to put a little, a little mini boss out there. One of those guys that either Deontay Wilder's gonna smoke out and Eddie Hearn can make a good chunk of change off of your ass getting knocked out. Because that's what he's been trying to do. He's been trying to cash out on you getting knocked out. But you don't see that, right? Dillian Whyte doesn't really see that, right? And I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Dillian Whyte's the kind of guy who talks like he'll fight anybody, but when it's put up or shut up, it's Dillian Whyte that ran away from Luis Ortiz. And we don't forget that, man. We don't forget that over here. So for Dillian Whyte to come out and try and troll Deontay Wilder like this, it's a shame. It's pettiness. It's real pettiness. And it shows you the character of Dillian Whyte. And I mean, he's supposed to be an adversary. He's supposed to be the guy that's, talking bad about the other guy that's on enemy territory. And I mean, it is what it is. Dillian Whyte's gonna be Dillian Whyte. He's gonna talk his shit. He's gonna fight Joseph Parker, and watch him. He's gonna get his ass outboxed. Now, if he ends up hurting Joseph Parker, if he ends up stopping him at some point in the fight, I will give him credit, because Joshua could not stop Joseph Parker. Anthony Joshua went 12 rounds with this same individual. So I think it's a real interesting fight. It's a much more difficult and dynamic fight than the Lucas Brown situation. This is a much bigger step up for Dillian Whyte. This is legitimate world level. This is a guy that arguably had a draw with Anthony Joshua, arguably. And I think it's a real interesting matchup. So when it comes down to it, I do pick Joseph Parker, but I can see a way that Dillian Whyte can win that fight. I definitely can, especially if Joseph Parker comes in there lackadaisical and underestimates Dillian Whyte. I mean, it could be a really great performance for him if he were to knock out Joseph Parker. Or it could go the distance and the judges might be a little fucking rigged. Because we know how Eddie Hearn gets down when it comes to choosing officials, right? We all know how Eddie Hearn gets down when it comes to choosing officials. We've learned that time and time again when it comes to Anthony Joshua fights. But it just is what it is, man. Let me know what you guys think, man. Smash the like button. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. And keep your eyes on E-King Fight News, man. You know what it is. And we're out. Peace.